Game one in the NBA Finals just got wrapped up. Scores crossed out. Doesn't matter. Knicks ended up winning, taking game one, and I will say I'm not shocked, but I didn't expect this at the same time. I'll get to Jalen Brunson down the stretch, but I do want to give a game about Karl Anthony Towns earlier. Well, not early, but if you just have watch my previous video on going to trying to preview the series and whatnot, I did say the matchup between Cat and Whammy was going to be something to look for. I didn't think they first of all, I didn't think they guard each other the entire time. That was something I did not expect, and I didn't expect that Cat was. I'm gonna say it, he kind of locked down Wemby. If you look at women's counting stats, it will say he put at 26, 12, and 3. But there was a lot of free throws there. I think there was 13 free throws. And for the most part, I mean, Wemby shot 6 to 21 from the field, and a lot of those were on Cat. So Cat, he did a pretty damn good job guarding Wemby, making it tough for him to make it buckets. It wasn't like he would get sliding past him. Even when Rem was trying to shoot over him, Cat would get a good contest. And overall, Cat, he showed that, like, I know sometimes Cat he can be a little soft with his defense, but he really stepped it up. So I want to tip of my hat to Cat. Another part that I did kind of mention in my previous video, once again, I said I thought it would come down to who performs out of the best players down the stretch, and Jalen Brunson. Obviously, I still think Wemby is a better player, but Jalen Brunson down the stretch, he did his thing. I should have known. Jalen Brunson's always been hella clutch, especially in the playoffs. He's always rising to the occasion. Yeah, at the end, he kind of had a bum knee or something. I think it was a little bit hurt. Maybe you show some signs of being hollow too as well, but Jalen Brunson more especially. Again, if you look at his box score, this is kind of the opposite of the Wemby thing. His Jalen Brunson says I think he shot like 11 for 29 maybe, but down the stretch he was buckets. He hit that three in the corner, so I believe take the lead from 93 to 90. No, I think I'm getting messed up, but he hit a big three. I think it was to take the lead though, and then obviously he hit that kind of fadeaway one leg shot to go in, to put them up even higher. So Jalen Brunson played amazing down the stretch. It'll definitely be interesting to see how the Spurs bounce back for game two. Will they still keep having, Cat go Wemby, where they try to do a lot of stuff? They get caught up on him because then he was pretty much glued to Wemby the entire game, and he did a pretty damn good job. I said that earlier, but I'll say it again because that's what a good job he did guarding Wemby. So I'm interested to see what other ways to try to get around that, or maybe Wemby. I don't know. Maybe the shots that Wemby was taking against Cat, they can start falling in game two, and maybe that doesn't end up mattering. But Cat, regardless, played amazing defense. Spurs side. I did like the performance from Dylan Harper. He played really well, especially in the first half. I believe I saw on Twitter that he has most points scored, but like the youngest player to have whatever the amount was in a final game. So shout out to him. Julian Champagne, he's fast. He's a 9-down shooter for sure. But outside of that, we'll see how this rest of the Spurs continue to play, and I'm definitely excited for this year. I did say Spurs in 6 or 7, so obviously that's still a possibility. I don't think, I do think, actually I won't say that because I might get a prediction video before game two starts, so I'm gonna hold that thought. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about game one.